Welcome to the Jumpstart Survey Design How-To series. In this video, we're going to cover the basics of writing a rough list of questions for your survey. First, we want to make it clear that our advice in this video is meant for the simple survey that has a very basic research goal. We suggest keeping your survey short and simple. You can use as many questions as you like, but when we create surveys in our Jumpstart Survey Creation Service, we typically limit our survey questions to no more than 4 per subtopic, since we find that it helps us stay focused on our goals and it helps make our data analysis much easier. We'll start with our basic list of subtopics to remind us of exactly what we want to learn from our respondents. Now, our survey goal is to learn about current Amazon consumer habits based on the different types of shoppers. Our subtopics are to determine what prime and non-prime consumers are purchasing on Amazon. We also want to determine if having a Prime account increases Amazon spending, and if so, by how much. Lastly, we want to determine how active shoppers differ from non-active shoppers in terms of what they're purchasing. Given that we will want to break out our results by the types of different shoppers, we'll first ask a series of general questions. These questions can also be considered as screener questions. As you see here, we've asked, have you shopped on Amazon.com before? About how often do you shop on Amazon.com? We also ask, do you have an Amazon Prime account? Now, we can come up with very specific questions to address each of our subtopics. If we want to determine how active shoppers compare to non-active shoppers in terms of what they're purchasing, and if we also want to determine what prime and non-prime consumers are buying on Amazon, then we should ask a question that reads, what have you purchased on Amazon.com in the past 12 months? These next questions are tied to the spending subtopic. So, if we're trying to determine if having a Prime account increases spending on Amazon, and by how much, then we should ask the following questions. How much do you usually spend on Amazon.com in a typical month? Has your spending on Amazon increased or decreased after having an Amazon Prime account? How much do you spend in a typical month on Amazon.com before you had an Amazon Prime? Now we can go into our survey and add in skip logic questions as necessary, or we can add our skip logic to any other questions as we see appropriate.